Batman Santa Claus Silent Night Returns issue 2. Jeff Parker writing with Lucas Kentner and Michel Bandini on the art. So yeah, this gets into a lot of the magic side of the DCU this issue. The Justice League are still trapped with within that bubble that the Silent Night put up, and they're dealing with that and not making a very good job of it, to be honest. They're kind of stuck. Zatanna, Santa, and Robin, Damien specifically, they, however, go off to the winter solstice party with all the magic users of the DCU, and Santa disguises himself as Batman because apparently she only has a +1, but they make it they're okay with bringing your offspring, so he's disguised as Batman so that Damien's like the +1/+1.
Here's my thing: she couldn't disguise Damien as Santa's kid. Right? Like we have to. No, we need
to be fair,
magic community to be afraid of Batman, right?
To be fair, I did like in the first page of the book, there's like a criminal out in Gotham, and Santa comes down, and it does look like Batman's like jumping down, and notably you don't see the ears because that's off panel, but it's because there is no ears. It's not Batman. Right. But so the book has thematically like made you think about comparing Batman to Santa, so it doesn't feel out of nowhere in that sense. Yeah. But yeah, so they go there whilst the Justice League fight a big troll looking thing, a big ogre, maybe is a better description. Yep. So yeah, that's the whole thing. And there's some fighting there. I think I slightly prefer the art in the Justice League part of the book versus the rest of the book, but I mean, neither's bad though, to be clear.
We get Fenris here at the end with the flipping frost giants, and he's all glowing, and Superman and Batman, and you got the Draugr, the undead. It looks rad as hell. So yeah, I'm with you on there.
Yeah, fun stuff. There's a cool page where Ray comes speeding in from the side, and then there's lots of like small panels of like Green Lantern like cutting off the horn of this ogre and making him talk. And it basically just talks about how the armor that the Silent Knight wears is kind of special, and we actually see later on when it's moving around, the armor's kind of on its own. It's like a ghost inside the armor, which is but it tells this whole story about him being a knight, and then got too powerful, and the like his armor turned into this armor, and actually no, some of this comes later. This comes from the story that is it Faust that tells them.
Yeah, Felix Faust gives the other perspective.
Yeah, at the solstice party, he says yes. Oh, sorry, it's Jason Blood. It's Jason Blood who's telling this part. Yeah,
but then Faust also gives his input as well,
because it's all the King Arthur stuff. It's so Blood and the knight that became the Silent Knight were both serving on Arthur's court, and they were out on this mission, and he got close to this great power and did this to him. Yeah, I mean, I think this is fairly well told. I thought it was an easy read. I enjoyed what it sets up. Admittedly, though, like anyone who knows me knows that I'm probably not that excited by talking about myths and legends and Arthur and shit like that.
This is why I wish Connor was here, because I know he'd be tripping up about the Arthurian stuff, right?
Yes, I'm sure he'd be.
That said,
anyway.
Yes, he'd be more excited. But I love the little character aspects here of Faust. They end up gaining him on their side when Santa brings in Krampus, because just an evil bastard like Felix Faust is going to be much more into meeting Krampus than Santa. I thought that was very funny. And he's like, someone take a picture. Can I get in the basket, right, that he carries people away from? I thought that was really funny. And so this character of the Silent Knight, right, it was driving me nuts because, like, I know this name, Sir Brian Kent, and he's one of Hawkman's identities. He's one of the guys that he's been reincarnated from.
Oh, okay.
So when they call him the Hawk of Camelot, it's right there. So, however he got corrupted and formed this army and all this other stuff, I'm sure there's going to be more revealed here. Maybe sentient armor or something. But yeah, he's properly creepy when he shows up. Just when they summon him there, Faust brings the Silent Knight there, and then he ends up fighting, Santa.
Yeah,
and
well, they think they're going to like contain him, but he's able to break free of the magic spell, so they end up having to fight him. And the big cliffhanger at the end of the issue is that Jason Blood gets branded and turns into one of these like zombies at the end. So
he gets marked, which means if Etrigan shows up, is Etrigan marked, or is it just blood?
That is a very good question. I was waiting for the Etrigan factor as soon as Jason Blood popped up.
But seeing him here, and it's the whole Hollow Kingdom. That's where the story is, and they had sent Sir Brian or King Arthur had put up this. It wasn't really a challenge. He basically told him to stay away. But a lot of the knights were like, "Oh, we'll go find this Hollow Kingdom, and then we'll gain Arthur's favor." And something in there corrupted Sir Brian, but it also seems like the armor is empty, right? So maybe it's not Sir Brian that got corrupted. Maybe it's some aspect of this Hollow Kingdom, and that's why he's able to do the thing, or it's able to do the things that it does. But yeah, bringing the character Silent Knight into it just for the Christmas theme, I thought it was pretty fun on Jeff Parker's part. So seeing where the story goes, I'm pretty excited, because again, if we keep getting these kind of Batman Santa stories around the holiday season every year, I'm here for them, because I like seeing how the DC heroes interact with different, mythological aspects, let alone Christmas folklore and the things that surround it. So, but yeah, pretty enjoyable all around.
Yeah, I mean, I had a good enough time. It's definitely kind of just a light, fun book, and nothing to be taken too seriously. But yeah, I mean, yeah, some of the lore here I'm not as interested in inherently, but it didn't really drag it down much, because it's Parker knows how to like make characters bounce around dialogue wise quite well. So, what are you giving Silent Knight Returns?
I'm gonna give this a 7.5.
Yeah, just a 7 for me, I think, on this one.